Hey, what's going on, y'all? I'm back. I told y'all I was coming back. And I got something else to show y'all. Yeah, we still on the Beverage Manager's ass over here. We on his ass. And in this video right here, we gonna watch him move. We gonna watch him move. And we gonna key in on a specific time frame between 11:20 p.m. on September the 9th, right before they found Kenneka, up until 12:26 a.m. on September the 10th. Okay? So, yeah, we're going to get into this shit, man. But before we do, we're going to go over this footage right here, man, because this is what they gave us. Kenneka walking straight to the freezer. Then we got this motherfucker right here walking straight to the freezer. So, yeah, let's get into this shit, man. But before we do, let's rewind for the one time. On September the 9th at about 8 o'clock, Lenora and Miss Teresa and them up there acting a fool. But then we see the female manager in the lower level at 8:23:39. And then seconds later, look who's behind her. The beverage manager. Only thing is that he cut this corner and she didn't. But he's right behind her. Now, I don't know what she went down there to do. But what I do know is that he was on her ass. He was on her ass. And then we see her back at the front desk right here at 8:25 on the phone.
101, 201, an unwanted subject.
101. 201.
101, 201, unwanted subject, 5440 River Road, 5440 River Road, Crown Plaza. It's going to be for a female black wearing a black sweater and blue jeans, knocking on all the hotel rooms. She's going floor to floor looking for her missing 19-year-old daughter. The hotel would like her out of the property, off the property.
The police was called to the Crown Plaza at 8:29, and they wanted Miss Teresa and them off the property. Yeah. And then don't forget about this motherfucker right here. 5 minutes after they called the police, this maintenance guy ended up in the kitchen where they found Kenneka. And he told us in his statement that when he was in that kitchen, he was in there 1 minute before somebody from the front desk called him and told him to go check the pool. And I told y'all, I felt like he was being redirected. And I still feel that way. But I wanted to know who called him. Who called him? So, yeah. I went looking for the front desk footage. And let's see if we can figure out who called him. Watch this. Now, this footage right here is from the front desk, and it starts at 8:34. Watch the guy at the front desk. And don't forget, at this time, the maintenance guy, he's in the kitchen where they found Kenneka. Remember, he said he got a call from the front desk. He hangs the phone up, picks it right back up, takes some notes, he write down some shit. Okay? Watch him. Hangs the phone up, and then picked up his radio at 8:35. The maintenance guy told us he was only in there for a minute before he received that call from the front desk. And like I said, I wanted to know who called him. So do y'all think this guy right here called him? I do. I do. I think he was the one that called him. But now the question is, who called him? Y'all understand where I'm going with this? Who called him? Yeah. Since we've done a nice little recap, let's go ahead and get into this shit. Because I told y'all we was going to focus on a specific time frame between 11:20 p.m. and 12:26. And we're going to start off with this because some people are still confused as to where the police were reviewing the footage at the hotel. And I'm about to show y'all. So listen to this.
Hey, Sarge, I'm going to go look at the cameras real quick.
That call came in at 11:19. So now watch this lobby footage that starts at 11:19. And what the officer is saying is that they about to go watch the cameras. I don't know, maybe some of y'all missed it or in the beginning, I don't know. But he says over the radio, we about to go watch the cameras. And then 1 minute later, look at him. The female manager is directing the police officer behind the front desk. And then there's a second call. Yeah, listen to this one.
601 from 609. Go ahead. When you guys are done up there, just meet me where the cameras are, please, or where I'm watching the footage. We are just about approaching. All right, simple.
Now that second call came in at about 11:33. So he was back there about 13, 14 minutes before he called the other cops like, shit, come meet me where I'm reviewing the footage. And then, look at this shit. At 11:34, look where they going. They going behind the front desk. And I'm telling y'all this because that information is important. Don't forget that. They're reviewing the footage behind the front desk. Okay? So what we about to do now, it's 11:34 on this lobby footage. What we about to do now is watch them move when they come out that office. Let's go, y'all.
Rosemont from 601.
601, go ahead.
Myself, 609 Tango, and 101. We're going to be going downstairs in the basement area, Crown Plaza, just in case you use communication with us.
10-4.
Now, when the officers hit those steps, this is where they end up, in this hallway right here. And that's where they wanted us to believe Kenneka was coming up that ramp, remember? Yeah, so watch their path. They're in this hallway, and when you get to the end of this hallway, there's a door on the right, and that's where we thought we saw that struggle. And then you can hang this left right here. And that's what they do. They hang that left. And understand this. This is the same path that they wanted us to believe that Kenneka took. Okay? So watch them. Because I don't know about y'all, but I was still, even to this day, unclear about certain areas on this lower level. And I'm going to tell y'all what I found in this. Y'all might already know this shit. I didn't. But when they get toward the middle of that hallway, they hang a left and end up right here. They end up right here. And that's, you got the female manager showing them into the lower level kitchen. Take note of the time. I know in the last video, when I first saw this, I thought it was about like 10:30 something, like it was 10:30. But I was looking at the wrong time. Actually, it is 11:37. Okay, so I need y'all to remember that time. Okay, and like I said, I was one who was still confused about the layout in this lower level. So, just so we can clear up some things so we can, put two and two together. I found a video from this girl, I believe her name was like Jennifer Ferreira or something like that. But she walked this lower level. And I want to show y'all some of the things that that had me confused in the beginning. So let's look at a couple things during her walkthrough. When she panned to the left, that's the steps that the police came down. Okay? And she's in that hallway that they walked down. There's that door to the right. I told y'all where we thought we saw a struggle. And when she look in the door, look to the right real quick. I wonder where that door leads to. Looks like an exit door. I don't know. But when she hang this left, now she's taking the same path that we just seen the police take and that we also seen the beverage manager take. When she gets down to the middle of this hallway, I want to point something out to y'all. When she gets to the middle of this hallway, do you notice if when you take a left right there, you got the escalators, and then you got those stairs that Kenneka bumped into, okay? And then when you go straight down this hallway, it takes you into that kitchen. So that was one of the things that I didn't know. Now, so you can hang a left right there and get to the escalator and the stairs. I didn't know that. So now let's look at the path that they wanted us to believe Kenneka took. mean, this shit still looks weird to me. She comes down the same hallway, and she cut this left, like everybody else. So she gets down this hallway right here, and now need our manager. I just showed y'all if you go to the left, there's the stairs and the escalator. Why didn't she go that way? You know, that was just one of the things that, you know, that I questioned when I saw this footage right here. But then we catch her, so she's past the escalators and the stairs. She's headed toward that kitchen. And like I said, I was confused about the layout. But then I'm like, okay, well, those doors right there that she goes in right here, where does that lead to? So let me show y'all. It leads into this kitchen right here. So they want us to believe that she walked in one big ass circle. And then don't forget this time right here. So we got at 11:37:13, the police are entering the lower level. Then at 11:38:44, look who in this kitchen. The police. They looking for her. So the female manager then took them down there. And now we got police officers in this kitchen right here at 11:38:44. But then look at this shit. At 11:39:07, look who's walking away from the kitchen. The motherfucking beverage manager. So when he went in, when the police went in, he came out. Okay? So then let's see where he goes. At 11:41, we got him back at the front desk. Yeah, he went back to the front desk. His snake ass. And don't forget, you can review the footage from behind the front desk. So I'm quite sure it's a back office or some shit. And then at 11:43:35, we got the female manager leaving the lower level kitchen. So she done took the police down there. They've been down there about 6 minutes. She done left their ass. They still down there. And now she's headed back toward the front desk. And then she gonna hang this right and go up those steps. And then look who comes out the front office at 11:44. The beverage manager. Talking to the police. Probably trying to push some bullshit ass narrative. And then look, they met up right here when she got up at the top of those steps. Now she's talking to the police officer and the beverage manager. Yeah. And then around this time, listen to the police scanner.
600 to 600. Go ahead, Dan. Yeah, there are numerous areas in this basement and this also sub-basement. I don't know if you want to bring out the firehouse and have them do a secondary search behind us, various research, and that numerous rooms, crevices, levels. Alright, 10-4. I'll get them out here responding cold, and then just pop up in the lobby and we'll make a plan.
The police then came across this scanner talking about it's too many hallways and shit to check and they need some help. And now we see the beverage manager, he walked away from the police officer at 11:45:32, and then he hit the food court hall. And then when you go down this hallway, this is another thing that I didn't know. When you go down this hallway where he's going and you hang a right there, this is where the fuck you come out at. I ain't even know. I told you I was confused about the layout. But he comes down these stairs right here. And he goes in the men's bathroom. And just to let y'all know, he in that motherfucker for like 47 minutes. 47 seconds. Not even a whole minute. And now, fellas, this for y'all. I mean, did he go use the bathroom? Like, do it only take y'all less than a minute to use the bathroom? It's just, then he come right back out. Ain't wash his hands, ain't fixing his clothes, nothing. I don't think he used the bathroom. But he went in there. And then he goes through the kitchen this way. So don't forget now, at 11:47:16, he's going into the lower level kitchen. And then at 11:53, look, we got the police leaving from down there. So when they came out, he went in. Okay? And they're headed back to the front desk. So did they run into him, talk to him, what? I mean, what the fuck was he doing? Because it seems as if, as the police were coming out from the lower level, the beverage manager was going in. He was going in. And from the time he left, from the time the beverage manager left the front desk at 11:45, he never returned to the front desk. He's down here in his lower level. He never went back to the front desk. I watched the footage from 11:45 to about 12:30. You don't believe me? Go watch it. He never goes back to the front desk. I mean, but that's where you can review the footage. So when he walked through this kitchen right here, he went straight to the freezer. He went straight to the freezer. I'm not going to keep saying that. And so now my thing is this. If he never went back to the front desk, and we know that's where they're reviewing the footage, so that tells me there's monitors back there, probably, like I said, in the back office. If he never went back there, when the fuck would he have seen the footage of Kenneka walking straight into this freezer? He was missing for 36 minutes. Where was he? He was on the lower level. And then after he found Kenneka, remember, he went and got washed from the dock. And took him straight to the freezer. Yeah. Where was he? Where was he? And now, this is where we at.
301 here. Oh, fuck.
301, everything 10-4?
Negative. I have that subject in the kitchen in a freezer. She is frozen solid.
Did y'all hear somebody in the background say, or tell the police officer, she frozen solid? It had to be the beverage manager. Hell, he was the only one back there with him. It had to be him. I'm telling y'all, he doing a whole lot of directing in this shit. And what I believe is going on here is that in this video, what we've done is watched him watch them. That's how I see this. He seems to me like he's trying to stay 2 steps ahead of these motherfuckers at all times. When they went in that lower level, he brought his ass up out of there. When they came up out of that lower level, he took his ass back down in there. And again, what was he doing? He's missing in action. He didn't go back to the front desk, so he wouldn't have seen no motherfuckers on the surveillance. But he knew where the police were. He told us in his first statement that while he searched this kitchen, that the police were at the dock and at the dock roof areas. How would he know that if he wasn't on their ass? He's watching them. He's tracking them. Just like we tracking him, he was tracking them. And that's why In my opinion, that's why when he did the second statement, and then he came back and told us in the second statement, like, he was searching the kitchen, and then, oh, I thought the police was right behind me. Motherfucker, you knew they weren't behind you. You knew where they were. He didn't want them to know that he was tracking their ass. And he fucked up in that first statement by telling us that he knew where they were. And another thing, he told the police that he was searching that kitchen. Keyword, searching. When he walked in that kitchen, that didn't look like no search to me. He wasn't looking around nothing, up under nothing. That wasn't a search. So then, it made me question, like, okay, well, why would he want to be the one to find her? Why would he want to be the person to find her? Because we all know that the person that finds the body is put under the most scrutiny, because the police need to make sure that you didn't have shit to do with what happened to that person. You found them. So why would he want to be the one to find her? Or is this a situation where he didn't want to be, but he had to be? Because understand this, there's no doubt in my mind that he knew where she was. Ain't no doubt in my mind. And how would he know that? You would have had to either seen footage of her going in there, or you knew she was in there. And if he seen the footage, why not tell the police? They all through that motherfucker. Why not let them find her? It makes you question why he went down there. And let me ask y'all this. What if the police suspected that he never went in there? Yeah, we seen him go back there to the freezer. But what if the police suspected that he never went in there? And that's probably why they asked his ass about the lights. Yeah, I'm still on the lights. Don't judge me. But that's probably why they asked him about the lights. It was probably something as simple as they didn't believe he went in there. Because out of all the shit that they asked him, the question about the lights was the one question that he could not answer. And to me, that seemed like the most simple question. Shit, nigga, the lights were either on or they were off. I told y'all. And he could not answer that. I mean, so shit. He wouldn't have been able to answer that if he never took his ass in the freezer. But you came back out like, I found her. Snake ass.